So you're looking to move to Rumson and you're not sure what part of town to move to, and maybe if you're not from here, you don't understand what does one part of town offer over another. Just simply looking on Realtor.com or Zillow isn't going to give you a feel for why is one part worth more than another, and if I'm looking for walking distance or riding a bike, how is that going to differ from one part to the next? So what we're going to take you through today in the video are all the different neighborhoods within Rumson, what you can expect from acreage, square footage, and price range, and help you get a better idea of if you do want to move here, what's going to be the best fit for you and how much money is it going to cost you to actually buy that. There are three main roads in town: Rumson Road, Ridge Road, and River Road. And generally, while living on a double yellow line street might seem like a negative to you, it's very much the different situation here in Rumson, because those three streets are some of the most prestigious streets in the whole county to have property on. Specifically speaking about Rumson Road, which is the original road in town that some of the biggest large estate section homes were built on. Now, Rumson was originally bought from the Lenape Indians back in 1665. And then in the 1700s and 1800s, it was mostly comprised of farms. Those farms were then sold off to wealthy New Yorkers that came here to develop these big estates that they either use as a primary or a beach home residence. And then as you got into the late 1800s, those big estates got subdivided into smaller and smaller pieces of land that were then turned into homes like you see here today. Now, eventually those bigger pieces of property were subdivided and sold off and turned into smaller estates, but there's still a few of those left, and you can see them if you slow roll down Rumson Road and peek behind some of the hedgerows to see some of that old world character that's still there. Now, generally speaking, the estate section runs from Rumson Road to River Road, from Bellevue to Bingham. But nowadays that phrase gets tossed around a little bit more openly and stretches a little bit further west down to Buena Vista. The properties here generally run from an acre to 10 acres. For about $2.5 million, you can find one of the smaller pieces here on an older home that needs extensive renovation. You're going to spend upwards of $7+ million for a larger piece here that has a newer built house on it, or is a 10-acre parcel that you might be able to chop up into smaller buildable lots, either for other end users or be able to sell them off to a builder themselves. Now, you're generally going to be about 5,000 square feet to 10,000 square feet here. There is the ability on some of these larger parcels to build 15,000+ square feet here as well. So they're very valuable to people that really want privacy or the ability to subdivide and sell these off. Welcome to the West Park section of Rumson. If you're looking for an area that feels like living at the beach, this is it. So you've got Waterman Avenue here. Most of the houses here feel like beach houses because, as you can see, they've either been raised or new houses have been built up on pilings. A lot of them are reverse living too, where you've got kitchens up on the top floor to take advantage of views out to the Shrewsbury River or the Intercoastal. If you're really lucky, you have a property here that actually can see across the Intercoastal Waterway out to Seabright as well. But again, you've got about 2,200 to 3,500 square foot homes here that on the bottom are going to be about 1.3 million, and on the top are going to be about $3 to $4 million in price ranges. Some of the older homes are raised Cape Cod houses that are lifted now based upon the flood zone being an issue here, all the way up to brand new houses being built up on pilings. So we're here in the Shrewsbury Riverfront section, which Rumson is a peninsula. It's flanked by two rivers. You have the Shrewsbury River on the south and the Navesink River on the north, and it's nestled right in between. So in this section of town, the Shrewsbury Riverfront is basically all the properties south of Rumson Road, and they largely sit along one of the estuaries that leads out to the Shrewsbury River. So you've got lagoons that come up these side streets, and a lot of the properties on both sides of the street actually have private water access with a dock and a bulkhead, which is really cool. The downside is, because of the high water table here, most of these homes don't have basements. A lot of them have to be lifted as well above the floodplain, just because you do have a risk of a flood in these areas because you're so close to sea level. Now, you're on a slightly larger piece of property than you would be in the West Park section. You've generally got somewhere between 1.5 acres and 3 acres here. Properties here might run you around $2 million for an older home that needs to be renovated, all the way up to $8 million plus for newer homes on the water, including one that just sold on Oaks Road for close to $10 million. You should check that one out. One of the best parts about living on the water in any of these towns is the ability to do what we call dock and dine. So if you have your boat in your backyard and you want to go to a restaurant for dinner, you can get in your boat, get there in about 15 minutes, tie up the boat at the dock, go have dinner, hop back in your boat and head home. So it's a huge, huge privilege, and there's tons of restaurants in Atlantic Highlands, Rumson, Oceanport, Monmouth Beach, Seabright that you can dock and dine from. One of the tough parts about this section is, unless you sit on the actual Shrewsbury Riverfront itself, a lot of these estuaries are very, very shallow. So you have to time high tide and low tide as to when you're going to be leaving and coming. A lot of these estuaries haven't been dredged recently, and when you're leaving at high tide and you might come back at low tide, you can't get back to your property, so you have to time that correctly. Now, just like the Shrewsbury Riverfront is named because of its proximity to the river, this section of town is called the Navesink Riverfront, and it covers the properties between River Road and the Navesink River. This is a much smaller, condensed section of town, and it's some of the most iconic land anywhere in the county. You're talking about celebrities that live here like Jon Stewart, athletes like Darryl Dawkins, and some of the most iconic families in all of central New Jersey. It's extremely rare to find any of these properties on the market because there's so few of them to begin with, but they sell very quickly and for a lot of money. So when you do see them come up in the market, you have to act very quickly. Now, you should get the same benefits here of dock and dine, meaning you can take your boat from your property out to a whole variety of restaurants, the same way you can on the Shrewsbury Riverfront, but with one big advantage. The Navesink River is much deeper and preferred by boaters and anglers for that reason. It's also the reason why the properties here sell for more money than they do on the Shrewsbury Riverfront. Now, on the other side of the river, these houses back here you can see are the estates of Navesink River Road that are in Middletown. And they are also super duper expensive, but the difference between being in Middletown versus being in Rumson is the size of the properties over there versus here, and also the school district is different between the two towns. So you'll see another video of ours focusing on Navesink River Road and Locust. Check that video out. Speaking of Navesink River Road, check out this property we just sold for over $10 million if you want to learn what the estates on the other side look like. Now, here on this side of the Navesink Riverfront, it's pretty common for these properties to run between 1.5 acres and about $10 million. Now, for 1.5 acres with some of the older homes that are on this, be prepared to spend about $4 to $5 million for a knockdown. The land here alone in these properties can sell north of $10 million, and finished newer estates are upwards of $20 million. Now, again, you don't see many of these come on the market because they are passed down generation to generation because they're so few and far between and really hard to get your hands on. So if you want an estate, but you're looking for something that's got a more distinctly Hamptons vibe to it, check out the Black Point Horseshoe section of town. This is from Rumson Road up to the Navesink River, east of the Avenue of Two Rivers. These properties have a distinctly Cape Cod, Hamptons vibe to it, from pea stone, gravel driveways, lots of reed grass, really small private streets. I mean, nobody comes down Ward and North Ward Avenue here unless you're either peeping on some of these houses or you live back here. So it's a distinctly private area, but the best part is you've got water on almost every side of you here, so you get these really cool sea breezes too. Properties on this side, on North Ward and Ward, are some of the biggest properties in all of Rumson, and they back to the Intercoastal Waterway or Navesink River. Now, the cool part about these properties on North Ward is a lot of them were actually involved in the rum running trade back during Prohibition. So some of these houses actually have tunnels that run underneath the house out to the waterways in the back, where they would load up the boats with rum barrels during Prohibition and run them up to New York City. Homes here are valued at least $3 million plus, unless they're a knockdown. The land alone can be worth at least that. Newer homes are easily worth $4 to $7 million, with some of the biggest estates here worth $8 million plus. So definitely not the easiest entry point to get into in Rumson, but if you're looking for waterfront and a really private section that feels like the Hamptons, this is definitely the place to check out. So maybe you don't have $5 million to drop on a property. So what can you expect to spend for a 2,200 square foot, 4-bedroom house in the center of Rumson? Well, that's where the section of town that I refer to as the downtown section really comes into play. From 3rd Street to Cedar, between Ridge and West River Road, is really the downtown section. And that's where you've got 50 by 100 smaller lots where you can find a house that, don't get me wrong, Rumson's a small town and the prices are still high. So for these houses, you're looking at, for older construction, about $1.5 million, and for newer builds, upwards of $2.5 million. But the best part about this is if you're looking to bike, walk, ride, get to the center of town, all of that was within a couple of blocks of you here. You can walk to Undici, you can walk to Crazy's ice cream shop after the game, and the kids can actually go within 2 blocks of here and be at school in the morning. So if you're moving from Hoboken, Jersey City, or Manhattan, and you're looking for that small town feel and vibe that you had in your neighborhood in the city, this should be your first target that you look at here in town if you're looking to move. So before we wrap up, I have to let you in on one of the coolest secrets, hidden gems, in not just Rumson, but in all of Monmouth County. Behind me here is a gated community called Barley Point. This is a community of 57 beach bungalows that got decimated during Sandy because most of the island sits 3 to 4 feet below sea level. But there's 57 of these bungalows that have been either raised or completely rebuilt post-Hurricane Sandy, and it's a really cool beach community. It's gated, it's private. Now, if you get through these gates somehow, like a friend decides to give you a tour, it's literally a matter of seconds until somebody goes, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" Because everybody knows everybody in this small little community. It's so quiet, in fact, that you're not allowed to do construction between Memorial Day and Labor Day because people want to enjoy their summer there. So it's a really cool spot here in town. I've only seen 2 houses come for sale in this community in the last 20 years. Houses here are roughly range in value from $600,000 to $900,000, which doesn't sound bad compared to what the typical Rumson house is, but good luck if you can find your way into buying one. I hope you found today's video helpful, and I'm really hoping that you either decided that Rumson is or is not for you, and if it is for you, what part of town is going to be the right fit from a square footage, size, acreage, and price range for you. Now, whether Rumson's the right fit for you or not, I hope that we can help you with your move here to Central New Jersey. The best way to do that is to reach out to us at 201-903-1666. You can call or text, we'll get back to you. You'll personally hear from me, and I appreciate you watching the video. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey, thanks for checking out Rumson with us. If you're ready to make a move, we've created a complete Rumson relocation guide with more in-depth detail that we couldn't cover here in the videos about schools, neighborhoods, price points. So if you want to download that, click the link below. When you're ready to talk through your plans, reach out anytime. We want to make sure your move here to Monmouth County and Rumson in particular is done with confidence, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. We drop videos about neighborhoods and walkthrough tours once a week. Want to make sure you check those out.